I am I'm a presidential candidate for the 2019 election. I just said I should stop by and say Happy New Year to all of you. Even though it hasn't been happy with us in Nigeria for the last 58 years. But finally, if we make a good decision this time around, in 41 days exactly, we can have a president that cares about all of us, so that we don't have to be queuing up in front of a radio station to get the things that are basic in our lives. I've heard that some of you are sick, some of you had injustices done to you at your workplace, some of you have issues with family, and it's the same all over Nigeria, right? But what hasn't happened in Nigeria is that we have not had a government that cares about the people. And the people are just struggling on their own to get by. We want to change that. That's why I'm running for office. We have been in countries where when people don't have jobs, they're entitled to financial support from the government. It's your entitlement. When you can't send your children to school, you are entitled to financial support from the government. When you are sick, you are entitled to medical support from the government. When you can't send, when you have issues with your employers, you have justice system that work for the workers. In fact, the government is supposed to have an equal opportunity department for workers. We are supposed to have justice system for everybody, but our system is broken and is not working. As you all know, these old people that are running Nigeria have nothing to offer. They have run out of ideas. We are not against them because of their age. We are against them because of the age of their ideas. The ideas is like somebody who is looking for an analog society, digital society, who is voting for an analog leader. Buhari, Atiku, all of them, they are analog people. They don't have anything to offer you. Yes. And we hope that during the election, which is coming up February 16th, you will not make a lifetime mistake of voting for the same people that have been failing you since you were born.
Yes, sir.
Yes. That is the reason I came here. I came here for an interview, and as I was coming out, before I entered the car, I was told that you are waiting outside. And this is how you wait here from 4 a.m. every morning. And some of you have the luck to get in, some of you don't have the luck to get in. Under our government, which is the African Action Congress, you will have the luck to be part of those people benefiting from Nigeria's resources.
Take it back! Take it back! Action!
And you will never have to queue up, not in front. You are begging to eat. Our leaders deliberately unleash hunger and starvation on us and poverty, so that on election day, you can be voting for criminals after they give you 5,000 naira. In most cases, you don't even get the 5,000 naira. In most cases, you don't even get 200 naira. In some cases, it is a promise that they will give you something that will make you vote for these criminals. You must stop that, and we are here to stop that. So I urge you all, and I don't know how many of you have PVCs, I hope you do, that this is a different era, especially for those of you who are looking forward to a different country. It is not your portion to come and queue in front of a radio station. You are supposed to be in your house listening to radio. Radio is not supposed to be listening to you, because that is what is happening now. It's like standing in front of the radio hoping that the radio is listening to you, and you know the outcome of a radio listening to you. Nobody will hear you, because the radio is a one-way transmission to people's ears and not the other way around. So please join our political party. It's a movement, and be part of what we call revolution now. Nigeria is badly in need of a revolution. In fact, we are overdue for a revolution. But this time around, we want an electoral revolution. We thank you so much for listening to us, and I hope that you will join our campaigns outside. We are traveling to Suleja today. I will be in Zuba. I will be in different parts of Abuja. If you are not here, you might be in other places. You have families everywhere. Call them that you met a young person by the name Omoyele Sowore, who said he will fix Nigeria. And Nigeria will be a fantastic country. And this is not the way Nigeria should be. The Nigeria you are in today is the Nigeria of their dream. It's your nightmare. But the Nigeria of our dream is the Nigeria in which everybody can live happily ever. Some people say to us, why don't you wait for 2023? But how many of you can be sure that you live up to 2023 with the way they are treating us in this country? Nobody can be sure of it. It's with Boko Haram, herdsmen, Buhari, Atiku, all of them are the same. They kill. Their policies kill people. And that is that is why we are urging you to please join our movement and join us. You have a question. Let's do that quickly before we run out of it. Yes.
I work with the NMPC, but I lost my job.
NMPC?
Yes. Since 2007, I had a problem with Nigerian police force, and which brought me here. We went to Federal High Court. I won my case in Federal High Court. When I brought the order from the Federal High Court, police told me they have sold my truck and my oil, that I should wait, that Abuja, that they're going to write to IG. We moved to the National Assembly, where when I wrote to the Senate President, Bukola Saraki,
This last year?
yes, telling IG to pay this money. They agreed.
How much was involved?
24 million naira. They agreed at the chamber since they have sold the truck. On December, when I met the DIG on training, he now take me to PSO. PSO now directs me to AIG on budget and finance, whether they have included my name. So when they were looking for the file, I find out they stole my file.
They stole it?
Yes, stole this file, original. I went back to the Senate. Senate now gave me this on 11th. This is a new letter.
Okay.
They gave me this on 11th. They gave me with the clerk. We moved to the IG's office. IG now signed it on 12th. Direct me to the AIG on legal. So when I went to the AIG on legal, he moved the file to AIOC legal. The man is from Borno. They called him Samuel Law. So after that, Samuel Law called me, said that this file will move 3 places, and they are looking for the person that signed that auctioning order when he's not supposed to sign. That is him that will pay me, and this is not what the chamber said. And this is not what the court said. For past 11 years now, I've been suffering. This thing happens to me when I was 27 years old. And I haven't married. So tomorrow they will tell me tomorrow. Next tomorrow they will tell me. I came all the way from Borno. Nobody will take this in this world.
Nobody.
Because the truck belongs to me. The oil belongs to me. At 27, and they sold the truck, sold the oil. When the court order is out, we moved to the Senate where they invited them. Look at my IV and look at the report considered by the Saraki. When they asked them, I watched it at the AIT. Those in favor that they will pay. And out of 11 names they considered that day, it's only me that have not been settled. So I don't know. They look at my name.
So what? I understand your plight. I know you have
they
no doubt.
They directed me to the Committee on Police Affairs that show compliance.
I understand what you are going through, and that is what we are saying. This is an unjust government that have been public. You can imagine what you went through for 11 years. There are people here who have gone through even worse things in the last 20 years. We had a new republic 20 years ago, 1999. The injustice continues, and what we are saying is that except young people like you step up and start to campaign for a new government, this issue you have in front of me will be solved in less than 5 seconds if you have the right government. But if you vote for Buhari again, you better be waiting for another 11 years. Yes, that's the truth.
Do you have a question?
Yeah. There's somebody at the back also. No, yeah.
Yes,
Go ahead. It's not a question.
What's your question? I am a layman, Mr. President. Good evening, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm a layman, but have some information.
Okay.
And you are an authority in the information industry.
Yes.
Now, this issue, if somebody has a solution to an issue, a nagging problem that had been destroying the country, what is the procedure that is going to take before he'll be heard? For example, now the terrorism, the killing.
Until you are safe. If you are not safe, we'll provide you police protection for round the clock until you are safe. That's what we plan to do for people who might have sensitive information, because it's born out of patriotism for you to come forward. But yeah, so just that. But someone will collect your number and we'll reach out to you. I'm sorry. Mr. President. I'm sorry. Because we're running to.
Take it back.
Let him type it.
What you will take you after him.
You speak passionate.
Yes.
I have not believed in any politician before. But when you came in and your boys were talking, I just waved.
Yes.
How are you going to change the system from the Senate to National Assembly to judiciary and to the security to make sure that Nigeria will work?
All right.
And get the dream Nigeria?
Thank you very much. Do you know that the Nigerian presidency is almost the most powerful presidency in the world? Anything that the Nigerian president can do can solve almost 70% of our problems. The 30% of senators or House of Rep members can be taken care of by their constituents. You can actually recall your senator. Most of you don't know. If your senator is not serving you as it should, you can recall the senator back and elect another senator completely. You can do so for House of Rep members. But it's the job of the president to even appoint judges. It's the job of president to fire judges. Not directly, but he's the one who has to sign up before a judge is finally fired. It's the job of president to appoint and change security chiefs. So because he's the commander-in-chief of all the armed forces. In fact, in America, you could have heard that they are trying to impeach the president. The president cannot touch a judge because it's not allowed. But in Nigeria, overnight, if Trump was Nigeria's president, the special prosecutor would have been removed a long time ago and kept in the cooler somewhere. But you can't do that in America, you can do that in Nigeria. I'm not saying that I'm going to run a dictatorial government, but based on the responsibilities brothers and sisters all over the country that regardless of your ethnicity, your religion, or your social orientation, or your class, this is the time to have Nigeria of your dream. And I'm standing in front of you promising it to you, and it's within reach. If you grab it.
ASC!
Take it back!
Take it back!
Action!
Sorry.
Before you go.
Yeah.
So briefly before you go, sir, I'm from one of the privatized government property. I don't want to mention the name.
Yeah.
Understand? So what I want to know is this, sir. What are your plans regarding those privatized companies, those structures built by government with huge amount of money given to individuals? And in that case, those individuals subjugate the staff working on them to indirect or direct slavery. So what are your plans regarding those structures?
What we have done in terms of research is to understand that wherever Nigeria spends over $7 billion, they sold these companies to their friends for $100 million. That's like a crime not against humanity, but it's a crime against the state. About privatization, I think privatization will solve our problem. But go and ask what the people who privatize Nigeria are doing with Nigeria's money. After they gave them these properties in place of in cases like NEPA, they still have to give them subventions to run the. And the moment they give them the subvention, they go and buy a private jet. They go and marry another wife. They go and buy another house in Dubai. They did not invest even the subventions that they got after we dashed them these privatized properties in Nigeria in a way that they can create jobs for you. Imagine if we are still running Nigeria Airways, even if it's at a loss, and we keep all those workers. One, we have qualified pilots in the country. We have people who can be engineers, who can repair aircraft instead of bringing them from the Gambia. You will have people who know how to cook airline food. All these jobs are there as part of our social security system in the country. But our leaders don't have ideas that can even run a food eatery. Talk less of running a country. I am sorry to say to you, you vote for Atiku, you have voted for another 16 years of darkness that PDP brought about. You vote for Buhari, you are voting for Boko Haram, you are voting for herdsmen, you are voting for Zamfara people. Those who thought that Buhari is from the north, they are the ones who are under attack right now. There is no southern village or city that is under attack. Only northern villages. You go to Zamfara, Katsina, everybody is under siege. You go to Borno, you go to Adamawa. Are these people not northerners? Those who have voted based on northern sentiment, look at your life. Vote for the right person, then he will come and fix you wherever you are. You are entitled to live in the north. You are entitled to live in the south. But if you make this country work, you can live anywhere in Nigeria.
So what are you promising people of Borno? I'm from Borno now.
We will save Borno from Boko Haram. Apart from being his presidential candidate, I work judicial killings will not help him, because Yusuf is even a better person than Shekau. You know, the moment you do that, you are removing the opportunity to resolve the problem. But what we do to Borno is, one, we will invest and equip our troops in Borno, and the moment we do that, they will be able to fight Boko Haram. They fight Boko Haram to a standstill, then we start rebuilding Borno, so that the people of Borno can have a reprieve. People of Borno have become refugees in this country, in their own country, and there's no hope of rebuilding Borno until we defeat Boko Haram. And Boko Haram can be defeated, but the reason why Boko Haram is not being defeated is that it's no longer an insurgency that has become a business, especially for military generals who are making a killing out of the situation in Borno. Look at our Nigerian army that ended the war in Liberia and Sierra Leone. They can't finish Boko Haram. all of them know where Boko Haram is, but you heard there was even a time reported by BBC, they wanted to capture Shekau. Some generals from Abuja called them to say they should stand down. It's business. When you have a non-nonsense Nigerian president, Boko Haram will get the signal that the business is over.
But your own idea, can you go your security without the generals? Because he promised that Boko Haram is not in there.
The commander-in-chief of the armed forces, one of the fundamental mistakes Buhari made is not to command the military. He insists in Abuja they're going to bring in Boko Haram flag that they have defeated Boko Haram. You did not check yourself. You are collecting flag and laughing. Boko Haram is waxing stronger. Boko Haram within that period broke into two. There's one by Abanawi, there's one by Shekau. One of them had gotten to a point where they are almost surrendering. I'm telling you, as a reporter has covered all these things, so I know everything about Boko Haram, and I understand what's happening with Boko Haram. I was the one who reported that Bade was stealing money, the one that was killed near Abuja the other day. Everybody was fighting me. How can you say they are stealing money? Because when Boko Haram overran his hometown in Adamawa, Bade sent soldiers to go and remove his dog from his house, leaving his people uncared for. It is this insecurity they created that led to his death. I'm sorry to say, I don't want to blame the dead. But this, when Nigerian leaders make mistakes, they should also remember that one day will come and haunt them.
That's right.
Yes, they will. That's the boomerang that you're saying. But sometimes, you know, I wish that this boomerang can happen faster. And it's not happening to innocent people, but it's happening to people who created the problem of Nigeria. And I have no apologies about it.
Now that your campaign reached Maiduguri.
Yes, we have people there, and I plan to go there.
Well,
I plan to go
so
there.
that there can be a support.
Well, we'll get your number. You know, these are security conversations that we can't be having in public.
Take it back! Action! No going back!
070-31.
Somebody wants material, so please, can you guys stop? Just give me some. Yes.
Government.
Casualization.
Yes. Government and parastatals.
Yes.
The situation whereby you are working in a place for 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, kept as a casual.
Yes.
What are your plans? What are you going to do